We are here to discuss Mr. Li's book, 100 Reincarnation Cases in Pingyang. It is available in English, translated by some native speakers, and in Chinese. You can buy it as a paperback or online as an ebook. So today we are talking about a case in Mr. Li's book that's a rare situation where two spirits coexisted in one body. Junqi died of illness at age 36 and left behind a wife, a son, a daughter, and his mother. And so, Mr. Li, can you tell me a little bit about Junqi before he passed away?
Well, this is a very extraordinary case that in previous life the subject had two spirits, and the two spirits detached from the body got reincarnated respectively. Like this guy, Shi Jun, he was a projectionist, so his work was to play movies for the villagers all around the city. He was died of some liver disease, but not in a very short time. So when he was died, his wife, he asked his wife not to marry anybody because we have young children. Please protect our children and our family. And then some extraordinary stories happened after his death.
Yeah, and can you explain how we know that he had two spirits?
Okay.
How did you discover that?
So first, when he was died, in 3 months, a boy was his best friend had a boy. So this is the boy in 3 months. When this boy was a little bigger, like 3 years old, this boy began to talk about his previous life. He said, in my previous life, I was Shi Jun. Okay, I have a wife, a son, and a daughter, and a mother. And I sometimes will visit my previous family. He talked some his experience, explore his previous family. Actually, the boy has never been to his previous family. It's his spirit. When he go to sleep, his spirit will leave his body temporarily to explore his previous family, and then his family believed his accounts because they know a lot about Shi Jun because they are good friends. And then their father gave a name, maybe according to his requirements, the same name. Okay, Shi Jun. So this is Shi Jun. When he reincarnated, their family gave him the same name, Shi Jun, but in different characters. The pronunciation the same, but different characters. So we call it Little Shi Jun. And when his previous widowed wife heard the news, his previous wife and his previous daughter visited him quite a few times when he was young. So they verified, they interacted, everybody believed this is a fact. Okay, and this is the second spirit reincarnation. After 15 years, okay, every year, his widowed wife will visit his husband's tomb to bring some food according to local tradition to his deceased husband. So this happened every one time every year, so 15 years. On the 15th time, so it's 15th year, his widowed wife visited his tomb again, and spirit came out from the tomb and followed the widowed wife some while and reincarnated to another boy. So when this boy was 3 years old, this boy also began to talk about his previous life, the same person. Okay, so this boy in 3 months said, okay, my previous life was this guy, and this boy also talk about, okay, my previous life was also the same guy, Shi Jun. So 2 people, this is a solved problem, solved cases. So 2 spirits live in the same body, and we found out exactly the persons, and they tell the same story. So this is a verified case that their previous life should have 2 spirits in one body.
And so you said one spirit waited 15 years before reincarnating. So why did one spirit reincarnate after a few months, but the other waited so long?
Okay, this is a very good question. According to their local culture, the local people will see almost everybody has 2 spirits. It's common. It's not rare, but it's difficult to find out a person has 2 spirits. It's difficult to verify a person has 2 spirits because this is a mathematics problem. For example, if you can find one person have previous memories in 10,000, and suppose the person has 2 spirits and each one got reincarnated, and if you want to guarantee that each person have a previous memory, the difficulty should be 1,000 multiply 1,000. So it's extremely difficult to find out. But according to local culture, it's very common. They said, okay, a person has 2 spirits. When a person dies, his primary, or we call it master spirit, will reincarnate very soon, like in 3 months. But his secondary spirit will have to live and protect the tomb for a long time, usually 15 years to 20 years. So this case satisfies the conditions perfectly. The reason, I think, yes, it's not clear why the secondary spirit have to wait so long time, but there must be a reason. I think the secondary spirits maybe need more time to grow up, or maybe the energy is not enough for him to reincarnate immediately. That's also why we call it a secondary spirit. Secondary spirit. So we need to do more research to answer the question, because the information is very limited about by spiritual reincarnation.
Are there any accounts that talk about how the spirits interact within one person?
Well, this is another wonderful question, but still it's difficult to answer. Usually, I suppose 2 spirits live in one body is very similar to a car. Okay, there's one driver, there's a messenger. So you can see 2 people in the car. Okay, the car is your body. The driver and the passenger are the master spirit and secondary spirit, but it's up to the driver to control the car instead of the passenger. But suppose, okay, there's some difficult condition, like the primary spirit have some problem, like stomach, okay, or not comfortable in the body, okay. Then I think they can exchange. The passenger will drive the car, and the driver will become a passenger. So it could be like this. I I have some accounts from some other subjects in the book to support my guess. There was an enforcer about underworld enforcer. It's not it's a human being. In fact, he's a living person, but his spirit will leave his body temporarily, according to Yama's comment. So when his spirit was sent to arrest somebody's spirit, he told me that somebody do have two spirits, but their task is only to arrest or bring away the master spirit. When they bring away, okay, with violence, the master spirit, if the person has no secondary spirit, the person will die immediately, because there is no secondary spirit. Just like a driver drive a car by himself or herself. There's some accident, like your brain, your stroke. Suddenly there's a big stroke, okay, attached or heart attack. So the car will out of control because there's no secondary spirit to help him or her. But if the person has two spirits, a master spirit or secondary spirit, then even the master spirit was taken away by violence by the underworld enforcer, the person can continue to survive a few days, but only a few days. Okay, he can talk, he can walk, he can eat. It seems like a living person, but actually the person is very different because his master spirits have left, and it seems that a secondary spirit has very limited skills to control the body, because look, it usually can only support a few days, usually less than 7 days. The person will die very soon. So I suppose there's two spirits in one body are not equal. They play different roles. Maybe they are not. Maybe they don't have equal skills, or not equal personalities, or not equal I don't know. But they are very different. Like in this case, okay, the secondary spirit told me when he was young. Not told me, told his parents when he was young. He said, okay, I'm Jianzhong's small father, little father, but Jianzhong is his son's name. Okay, he said, but Jianzhong's big father is in another village. So the secondary spirit knows, okay, he was the little spirit, little father, and the other one, the master one, a big father. So I think because this is a children's language, so I think the big one means the primary spirit, the small one means the secondary spirit. They are very different. And why I say that this is common, because there's another case. In that case, this different village. Okay, she has very detailed afterlife memories. She told me when she was a spirit in her previous life, he saw a lot of twin identical spirits living in the tombs. So he saw a lot of spirits, okay, identical spirits, two identical spirits. They live in the same tomb, and this could be true because there's another case. Okay, another case In that case, a girl about 4 years old, okay, she told me her previous, in her previous life, was a man. That man was died of accident, traffic accident. When his previous life was dying, she was the first spirit emerged from the body. When the spirit, the master spirit, was watching the body, beside the body, he saw another spirit detached from the body. So she told me, the 5-year-old girl told me, okay, they are identical, they seem the same, they look the same. And then the two spirits was taken, this girl, they were taken to some big house to accept judgment from the Yama. Then both of them were sent back to the village, and then they lived in the same tomb for a few months. And then after a few time, the master spirit, this girl reincarnated to this girl, told the secondary spirit, okay, look, the corpse has become very stink. I can't resist now. I will leave immediately. And you, please, or we can say he order his secondary spirit. You should protect our tomb. Okay, I will live and reincarnate. So she left the tomb and reincarnated, and when she was 2 or 3 years old, the secondary spirit in the tomb will come out and visit her at night, almost every night. They play together, they chat sometimes. So the secondary spirit has become a friend of the master spirit. When the master spirit reincarnated, okay, and the girl, so they play together at night. So it's not only one case, but I think 3 or 5 cases have the same scenes. So according to these accounts, I think the two spirits, are very different.
Okay. And so the two spirits, the primary and secondary spirit, in this case, they both had a relationship with their past life family. They both met the past life family. Yes. Okay. They talk about the same family. Okay. They very not exactly the same, but the same person. Okay. The same Shijue. Okay. So this the secondary spirit. Okay. Where he reincarnated, very similar. Okay, the same person refers to the same person, the same family. Yeah, that's true. And he visited the family, right?
Yes, he visited his previous family quite a few times, but it seems they showed different emotion, and also some difference. Because usually even two spirits lived in one body, but I don't think they have identical personality or intelligence, even. But they share, I think they share the same appearance when they detach from the body.
Gotcha. And what is the relationship like between the current life spirits and the past life family? What were those visits like?
Sorry?
When the primary spirit visited his old wife and family, and the secondary spirit visited, how were those visits? Were they good visits? What happened?
Well, a good question. So when the first when the master spirit met her wife for the first time, she watched his previous wife and cried for a long time. He began to cry, and it's overwhelmed, I think, to him, because it's only a few years before they say goodbye for each other. And at that time, his previous daughter was only 1 year older than him. So when he came out of the house and saw his previous daughter, he recognized immediately and took her a name. It's not an official name, but it's a pen name. I'm sorry, it's not
like
pen
a
name.
like a nickname.
Not a nickname. It's
A
is it
pet
pen
name?
pen name?
Pet
No, no.
name.
Pet name.
Pet name.
Pen name. Okay.
Pet name.
Okay. So, but that name is not familiar for anybody except inside of the family. So nobody knows his nickname like this. So he told his mother, okay, why my daughter blah 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 some name doesn't come into the house. So he knows for the first time. He knows the woman is his previous wife. The daughter, the little girl, only 1 year older than him, is his past life daughter, and he was apparently overwhelmed seeing his previous wife, because he told her not to marry anybody and protect the family. Now he he sees, okay, her previous wife and daughter when he reincarnated. Okay, this is the difference. The distance is only about 4 years, I think, 3 or 4 years, and the wife visited her a few times. So they have a lot of interactions, in fact. So this is the primary spirit, the reincarnation of the primary spirit. And the secondary, then 15 years later, the secondary spirit reincarnated to another village, in a different family. And you can see the secondary spirit, the secondary reincarnation share very similar appearance with his previous subject. They are very same, like the face, look at the eyes, okay, every part. And when this boy was about 3 years, okay, he also began to, okay, my previous life was Shijun, the same person, and I want to visit my wife and children and mother. And he insisted for a long time. At last, his grandparents agreed and accompanied him to visit for the first time to his previous wife. And when they met, okay, he was also overwhelmed seeing his previous wife. It's about 18 years. And for the first time when he watched his previous wife and said, look, okay, look at your clothes, because this is sensational incidents in the local. So a lot of villagers are watching, they are watching, okay. So, but he talks like adults. He told his previous wife, hey, you look so bad, so ugly, your clothes, okay, look, your inner clothes, your inner shirt, okay, is so bad, so dirty. Don't you know this is a big day, okay, so many villagers around us, would you change a beautiful one? So his wife was very awkward and very hard to say. So you guy,
Uncomfortable.
yeah, you guy, let me, not to marry anybody. I have to work to feed our sons and your mother. How do I have enough money to buy fancy clothes? Then, because he was a little boy, only 3 years old, on the way to the village, it was his grandma carried him. But at that time, he stopped. He refused to be carried by his grandma. He insisted his previous wife to carry him. Yeah. So at that time, they showed great relation, great emotion to his previous life. They talked a lot. He lived a night in the house. He recognized a lot of his remains in previous life. He asked some other stuff, personal stuff in previous life, like pain, tremors, medals. And at the second day, they have to work. The woman had to work, his previous wife, to the cows, to feed the cows in the wild. And he told the little boy told his previous wife, if there was nobody nearby, no villagers, you should carry me. I would love to lie on your back. But if there was strange villagers around, you should take me down. So it's very weird. I think if there's no past life memories, a boy could not do like this.
Excellent. And so this is a very rare case. How many cases did you find in this book?
Well, there are in this chapter all about by spirits. About I think about 8 or 9 cases related to by spirits. But only 2 cases that we know exactly what the spirits reincarnated respectively. The other cases, they only talk about, I have 2 spirits in my previous life. We have some interactions with the other spirits, but we don't know exactly where the secondary spirits go or where they reincarnated when they after a few years later, because when the person with the previous memories they will lose the ability to see the secondary spirits when they are over 7 years old. So it's there are quite a few cases. It's very rare in the whole world. In my book or in the whole world, very rare. But I have say that it should be common. It's just difficult to find out. The phenomenon with 2 spirits could be very common, but extremely find out because of the mathematical problem.
Excellent. And so to learn more about some of these other cases, pick up a copy of Mr. Li's book, either the paperback version or the ebook, and we will be back another day to talk about some more reincarnation cases.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask us or leave a message.